Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 231. It is Friday. Here in Cincinnati, it's gorgeous. I'm looking out the window and everything is blue and green and gorgeous colors. It is a really, really pretty day. It's going to get hotter, I think, this weekend, but for today, it's perfect. So we're going to wrap up this week of music from Shuffle with one of my favorites. Actually, it's even more than that. So this morning when I went outside, the first song that played was Ave Maria by Ashana. And how do I describe how I feel about that song? That's not the song I'm going to read the lyrics to, but that song is ethereal. It's universal. I know it's connected to the Catholic faith, but for me, it's such a divine chant, and the way that Ashana sings it, it's just her and her God, and you can feel the reverence in the music. It's absolutely beautiful. So that was a really good way to start on such a pretty morning. So I was listening to Ave Maria, and then the next song came on, which is the one I'm going to read to you, called Ghost by Mercy Me, which, I just started laughing when I heard it. I was so happy. And then I was trying to sing and run, which doesn't work very well. But it's one of those songs you can't not sing along with it, and it was so good. So I'll share more about that in a second. And then that song ended, and I went right into One Day by Donna DeLore, which One Day is the name of the books that I've written, and it's also a podcast episode I did somewhere back in the 100s. And I read the lyrics to One Day, and I talked about how that vibration of that song is connected so deeply to the work that I do. It was just awesome. And then from there it went to Satanama, which is this chant that I listen to every morning, but it was by a different artist. It was a more melody sort of version of the song, not so much a chant. And the last part, this is what I wrapped up my run with, the last part of that song, Mirabai, I think is the name of the group, they say something about open the window of your heart, and then let spirit speak through. What a run, what a Friday, what a week, what a life. It was just amazing. I got home and I was like bouncing off the walls. I was so excited. And it was so much about music merging with the sunshine and the fresh air and being outside and moving my body. And it's just this magic alchemy that happens with my phone and my running shoes and Gaia, Earth, Source. It's just awesome. Okay, so we're going to go backwards to the song Mercy Me's Ghost. So I shared this on Tuesday when I read the lyrics to Hello Beautiful. Mercy Me is a Christian group, and they have some incredible, they're almost hymns, but they're set to more modern music, and so they're like stories. A lot of their songs are like stories, and they wrote them from this place of a very deep faith that they talk about. And for me, listening, I guess this was one of my awarenesses, is how every piece of music is always a co-creation. It's the person who wrote it and the co-creation of the person who wrote it. Sometimes that's the same person who sings it. Sometimes that's a different person. And then the person who receives it, who's listening. And those three energies can create completely different experiences for everyone the song that I'm going to read to you that just lights me up when I hear it may mean nothing to you. Or you may listen to it and go, really? Like, that was oversold. Or you may hear it and cry like I did the first time I heard it. It's a unique receiving that happens when we listen to music. And the intention of the person who writes the lyrics, whatever they're feeling in the moment they write it, puts this energy into the words, into the music. And then that's a gift that's sent to the person who sings it, if there's someone different, and then out to the person who listens. Music is just such a gift of being in a physical body, to be able to hear music through your ears and allow it to go down through your throat to your heart chakra and up to your third eye to activate that, to your crown to connect you to source. I mean, whoa. Some songs, they take us all the way down to our root. They just ground us and land us in our bodies and connect us to the earth. Music is just such a blessing. So today I share with you the lyrics to Ghost, and it feels like I need a disclaimer again. So when I shared the lyrics to Hello Beautiful, I was saying how it's intended to express the faith that this group believes and that they live in their work and in their life. And for me as the listener, I receive it as each of us have our own connection to Source within, which is also Source, God, externally, that we imagine sitting somewhere outside of us, outside of our planet perhaps. And so when these songs share their vibration, I translate it for myself as the Source within. So this song is titled Ghost, and I am pretty sure what they mean is the Holy Ghost from a Christian perspective, and how that Holy Ghost redeems the individual when a person accepts that into their faith. For me, I feel it as there's source. There's, perhaps we can use the word ghost if that's the word that the song uses, because it's just a beautiful way to sing it and express it. But to me, it means source. And I love so much how they describe this. At the end of the song, they also use these words that are very connected to the Asatoma prayer, which is a chant that I heard first from Alicia Matthewson and now incorporate into so much of my work. It's how we open the energy gym every Tuesday night. We all chant the song. Everyone's on mute, but we're chanting it along with Alicia. And then it's the way we're going to open the Gaia's Love Festival, is the Asatoma prayer. The Asatoma prayer says, lead me from untruth into truth. Lead me from darkness into light. And lead me from death to immortality. But it says it in Sanskrit. And so I believe it's Sanskrit. And so you're chanting these words that carry that vibration of, lead me and I am following. And this song has the exact same resonance for me. I should never say that. No two songs have the same resonance. It has a very similar resonance, and it includes some of the same words in English, so it's awesome. All right, here we go. And I really encourage you to listen to the song when you're done listening to me. Okay, Ghost by Mercy Me. There's a ghost inside of me, not like those drapes or old bed sheets saying trick or treat. Different. Oh, this ghost is different. Not one that leaves me scared to death, but one that puts my fear to rest. Oh, holiness, keep haunting me. You're my hope, you're my peace. Ironic in a way, I'm no longer afraid, and the ghost is to blame. There's a ghost inside of me, not something from some campfire story where I'm terrified to sleep. Opposite, this ghost is quite the opposite. He came just like a welcomed friend, and I was comforted. Oh, holiness, keep haunting me. You're my hope, you're my peace. Ironic in a way, I'm no longer afraid, and the ghost is to blame. And then the music shifts, and they're singing, I'm not afraid, no longer afraid. Lead me through the darkness. Lead me through the unknown. Oh, lead me, Holy Ghost. Lead me through the darkness. Lead me through the unknown. Oh, lead me, Holy Ghost. And then it repeats those lines a couple more times. It's such a cool song. This is one of those songs, for me, I can put it on repeat and just listen to it for an hour. And it's the same song. And I'm singing along, and it delights my soul to hear this song. And it's so much because I feel the truth of, for me, source within, this light, this knowing, this certainty that I am never separate from my God or my source, that's always inside of me. And no matter what I do and where I'm going and what's happening, like, that is solid and certain for me. And that song just celebrates the knowing of that. So as we wrap up this beautiful, energetic week, I know so many are like, eclipses, it's doom and gloom, and all this terrible stuff is happening. And we can shift perspective. We can remember to go within and to steady and to hold ourselves centered and to know that we are never alone. We are never in the dark. We are never being led down the wrong path. Like, when we are in that absolute knowing, all the stuff that happens around is just stuff, and we just move through it. And then, another day goes by and things can shift and change, and we're just still moving through it. And that's what this week has been. I've had some dips and some soaring and some dips and some soaring, and what I have been able to come back to faster and better and with less depth in my dips than ever before is this steady focus on what I'm creating. And that comes from this knowing within that I'm going in the right direction, that everything I'm doing is in such steady alignment with my soul and with who I'm here to be. So I just keep moving forward and have those moments of soaring up into the sky and playing really big. And then when I get tired and I feel like I'm dipping, I breathe through it. And then straighten my back up again and lift my chin and look forward, and on we go. On we go. Lead me into the unknown. Lead me through the darkness. Oh, holiness, lead me. Such a good song. I encourage you to listen. As we wrap up this week, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful weekend, and we'll be back on Monday. Thank you for tuning into this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me in aligning with the optimal health of your mind, body, spirit in the virtual community of Viv's Energy Gym. You can learn more at mysouljourney.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.